of one, but the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Is there aught we hold in common with the greedy parasite, who would lash us into serfdom and would crush us with his might? Is there anything left to us but to organize and fight? For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. It is we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they trade, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. We stand outcast and starve amidst the wonders we have made, but
solidarity forever.
Makes us strong.
Today is 4th December 2018, the long-expected day. The Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Polytechnics, Kazaure chapter, is marching down to the poll in a bid to select the individuals who are going to pilot the affairs of the youth union. It might interest you to know that today is going to make it exactly 2 years that the past administration was inaugurated. So we hope at the end of today, the past administration is going to come to an end. The new one is going to be inaugurated. As you can see, the atmosphere here in Kazaure is tense, with heavy turn-up of the comrades who are eagerly ready to cast their votes. The head of the institution is here, the rector of Hussein Adamu Federal Polytechnic. Kazaure is here to also exercise his franchise. The deputy rector is here also to exercise his franchise. The members of the management team are also here. The members of the management team who are academic staff, they are also here present to also exercise their franchise. As we all know, that today the new leadership will emerge. And it's an expectation that today's election is going to be one of the best, the free and fairest elections so far in the history of this institution. So as you watch the conduct of today's election, you are expected to make observation. If at all there's anything you observed, you do and make comments objectively, and that will help us to facilitate the process of the next election to make sure that everything works perfectly in order. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an important somebody in our midst. very important as it is. I don't need to introduce him. Let him introduce himself. Sir, please, may we know you?
Okay, I am architect Shamsuddin Salisu Dambata. I am director of this polytechnic and the lecturer here. Thank you.
Good. As you can hear, he said he's the rector of this institution. I'm sure this is not the rector's office. Sir, so we would like to know why you are here, sir. You left the comfort of your office and you are here.
Yes.
I want to know why you are here, sir.
Yes, I'm here because I know there is an activity here that will bring the progress of the polytechnic. So anywhere there is an activity that will lead to the progress of the polytechnic, you will always find me there. That's why.
Okay, you are here to cast your votes for the...
Exactly.
And you have done that already?
I have done that already.
Okay, now I'm sure there are some offices or some posts you have selected and you know that those people coming for those posts are legible and you believe in them, have the confidence that they can deliver. Yes. Now, sir, what are your expectations regarding those, the incoming administration as it is we are witnessing today? After today now, the new legislation will emerge. So what's your expectation as regards to that?
Yes, I expect the same responses we have been received because ASUP, NASUP signed with their old partners in progress as far as management is concerned. So I expect same even to the incoming ESCO that are coming because I assure you management and the unions work together for the development and progress of these institutions. Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm very grateful for the rector for his presence here in this occasion. And we are very grateful that he's here. So, sir, we are very grateful.
Yes, thank you very much.
We are very grateful, we appreciate it.
Yes,
some other time.
I wish you all feedback.
So, they are here. So, okay.
This is the librarian for the polytechnic. He has already cast his vote. This is Director, College of Environmental Studies. He has also cast his vote. This is Director, Academic Planning. He has cast his vote. This is Director, College of Science and Technology. He has also cast his vote. This is my Deputy Director. He has also cast his vote. This is Director, College of Engineering. He has also cast it. This is Director, Accounts. She has also casted her vote. And this is representing Director Entrepreneurship. He has also casted his vote.
We are well pleased to that.
Yes.
So, all the members of the ASUP, the entire polytechnic community, as you all can see, the management team, even with the head of the institution, they are all here. And they've exercised their franchise in the conduct of this election. So, may we put our hands together for the management team. Okay. My name is Ugochukwu Matthew O. I'm the aspirant.
I know you are.
Okay, thank you, sir. Standing with me is the Deputy Rector of the State of Federal Polytechnic Kazaure, the person of something we know you. So, sir, looking at your office, you're the executive. I don't know why you are here. What brought you to Multipurpose Hall here today at this time supposed to be the office? So why are you here, sir?
Well, this is our D-Day because I'm an academic staff and we are electing our leaders that will lead us to see the smooth running of all the academic activities in the institution.
So that is to say that you are here for the election?
Of course, I'm here for the election.
Okay, sir, have you casted your vote or you are here to cast your vote?
I did. I have casted my vote.
So, if I may ask you, if I'm so inquisitive, whom did you vote for the vote of the chairman?
I can tell you. Because it's a secret ballot they prepare. If it had been an open ballot, physically you have known who I line for.
That is true. Yes. Sir, thank you very much. We are very grateful. We appreciate your coming. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Doctor, I don't know why you are here. We know that you are a busy, very busy executive, but all of a sudden we see you here. So please tell us why you are here, sir.
Actually, as you are all aware, this is my academic civil right. So it is expected whatever level of commitment I'm having, I'm supposed to come and discharge my duty. Because this is my duty as an academic staff to both those who are supposed to lead me. Lead me in the sense that those who are supposed to be following off all the necessary things demanded for the academic excellence. So definitely I have to make sure to come around and vote. That's the reason I am here. And I have voted already, and I hope those who are the most successful candidates will emerge.
Okay, sir, if I understand you very clearly, you are here to exercise your franchise in the conduct of electing the credible people we perceive to be credible to pilot the affairs of this union. And which you said you have exercised that.
Yes.
So we must thank you for that. It's a kind of a commitment. Having abandoned all that you have to come here, I know you must have drove from a very far distance to be here today to kind of showing of solidarity with the comrades. So, sir, from the look of things, what can you say about the event of what you have seen on the ground? Whether the conduct is more civil than it was supposed to be, or it has fallen short of your expectation. So, what do you have to say concerning today's event, or what you have observed in the environment?
Actually, regard to the conduct, I can say that it is commendable, and because, as you are all aware, there is no any election that will be 100% successful. There are so many hitch-free here and there, but by the look of things, the way the environment is, the way the I can see the ELCOM, right? The way they are very committed, the ASUP, the way they are committed, and able to discharge the nature of the arrangement. So you can see that everything is in peaceful order and is well arranged. Means that a group of intellectuals, though also is an election of intellectuals for sure. But of course, among even the intellectuals, it shows that some who are the most intellectuals were selected to form the
ASUP, as the electoral commission.
As the electoral commission, exactly. So as you can see, the exercises, I can commend it very satisfactory.
So you are totally satisfied with what you are saying?
Yes, I'm satisfied. And as you can see, all the academic staffs are here busy around, shaking hands with their colleagues, because it is an election of gathering of intellectuals, which I'm sure at the end of the exercise, anybody who emerges a winner and anybody who loses also will give his support 100% to the person.
That is the spirit of sportsmanship.
Exactly.
So I don't know, do you have any expectation? Of course, we know that by end of today, it is assumed that the old ESCOs must have been dissolved or must have been disbanded. Let me that word. And the new ESCO will emerge. Do you have maybe in the past there are some certain things you perceive were not done rightly? Maybe you must have your reservations about that. What you do, your virtue may not be able to talk in the forum or any other time, but you have it in your mind. Is there any particular something you wish this administration to address, particularly as it regards to the affairs of the present time?
To be honest, let me be sincere with you. The way the previous ESCOs started their own work around, had it been they continue that way till this time we are exercising this election, I'm sure maybe even the turnout you find it very full, because we are not much satisfactory about what the previous ESCOs are doing regard to the following the footsteps of the right people, the management, and also the right of their people, what they are bought for. But I can say fortunately or unfortunately, with the departure of the present, that is the present chairman, as if like all the escorts they were injected, they started doing the right thing. You really acknowledge that, and I think that what gives you more confidence and support to feel that yes, they are supposed to. So we are hoping that those who will come on board, those who will be wearing the letter today, we hope that they will continue with their good deeds as we started. And we expect some new hands to join them, at least for those who are having a lot of experiences around, moving around for years. They can join them at least to generate more momentum and give them more support to continue with their effort. So that's the absolute truth.
Okay. So I don't know, just like you have clearly highlighted, and I see that you are totally satisfied with how things are going, and you have made your observation, which you are, maybe if you are called upon at any time, you can also give your support or a kind of advice as it is now. Sure. So if I may ask, not minding, will you wish to contest maybe in future time? Will you wish to contest?
So actually, I think that was, I cannot recall the year. I was the Secretary General for this particular. I contested before. I was the Secretary General. And if you can trace back the history, you can find out that our election during that time is one among the hottest elections we have ever carried out in this institution at present. Because that time there was serious competition between I and another engineer. We are all engineers. We competed and the election was carried out successfully and I won. And I discharged my duty with that straight out. So if you look at it, I have already contested. So I don't think in future I may have that kind of another re-interest to recruiters because we have been getting older. I think now we are supposed to be supporting our younger ones, giving them all the necessary cooperation and support for them also to lead us so that we become kind of people that will not just people that will continue leading while the younger ones we cannot give them a chance. So that's it.
Okay. So from the whole analysis, I can grab from what you said. Then you have already served.
Yeah, I served.
Good. That's very interesting. That means you are fully, let's say, you are allotted to the core, of which you support the struggle now and the year to come. At any time you are called upon, you can give your advice and input as regards to the affairs of our union. So honestly, sir, we are very satisfied, we are very grateful. It has always been my pleasure to identify with you at all time. And I'm grateful you are giving us your time. I've said one or two things which I know our comrades might love to hear. There are so many people that are admiring you, maybe because of commitment they were not able to access you one-on-one, you know, as it is. But now they can hear you and hear your mind concerning the affairs of our union. So we are very grateful. Thank you. Thank you, sir. To some other time we come your way. This one now. Pause it for now. Let's go outside and take some video from the video. Okay, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the election has started in earnest. I think we have at the middle of it now. These are all comrades come to cast their votes. Some have casted, some yet to cast. So at this junction now, we wish to have some interactions. But mind you, it's not part of the campaign. The campaign has ended since yesterday or whatever. But we are here to make things lively. So here with me by my right hand side is the able HOD of computer science. HOD, may we know you?
Yes, my name is Mr. Yebuchamon. I'm from the computer science department.
Yeah, HOD, I want to know why you are here. What brought you here? You left all the functions of the office, such an executive office, and you are standing here. What brought you here?
Well, I'm here to exercise my civic rights, to cast my vote, to select our ASUP leaders that is going to lead us in the next 2 years.
Okay, that's very good. You see, as he has already said, it's a display of patriotism. It's a franchise in the conduct and the process of electing leaders. So here also with me is our able leader, able chapter chairman. He was once the vice chairman and presently the current chairman of the chapter, and also you also vying for chairmanship again. So, chairman, please may we know you.
My name is Engineer Comrade from electrical department. As my colleague has said, we are here to have an election of our new ESCO that can steer the affairs of ASUP, Kazaure. I'm wishing each and everyone success and free election.
Okay, thank you, our chairman, for the brief address you are giving to us. Chairman, in this election, do you think your opponent can win you as it is now?
I'm contesting but technically it is not because based on what I have seen on the voters, when I casted my vote, it was against yes and no. So despite the fact that I don't have anybody to contest with, but I'm contesting against yes and no. So I have to mobilize people. I have to mobilize the electorate to tell them the importance of taking yes against, because their voting is their power. If they vote yes, that means they have confidence in my leadership. But if they choose the other way, then I don't have any alternative. But I have to go around, seek for their consent, seek for their vote, let them complete the assignment. Completing the assignment by taking yes, so that I will have able body that yes, they have confidence in my leadership, and that is why they affirm my election as a chapter chairman.
Okay, thank you very much, our chairman. I want to know, just as you have likely highlighted, the yes and no option in selecting you, being that your post is unopposed. Do you think maybe if you're unable to score a certain number, maybe looking at the total number of the electorate, assuming now a reasonable number of people or higher number of people think no, that they don't want you, would that affect the chances of you emerging as the chapter chairman?
Well, I can't say because I don't know the ASUP constitution regarding to that. I don't know the percentage that each aspirant or candidate has to score. He will be declared winner. So to answer this question straight, actually I can say I don't have idea whether if no supersede yes in my own case, I don't know what will be the outcome. It will be decided by the ASUP officials.
Okay.
So there is no provision in the constitution.
But assuming there is provision or as the situation emerged, and it was assumed that you are able to score a certain number of votes, and in that case you have to step aside, will you accept it wholeheartedly?
Yes, I will accept it with passion and with joy, in the sense that a leadership, to be a leader, it is not to desperation. Because in the initial state, I don't have the intention of contesting, but because of the people find confidence in my leadership, and they asked me to contest, and that is why I offer myself to selfless leadership. So in an event that I couldn't make it, couldn't get the percentage for me to be in that office, I would celebrate it, because to be a leader, it is not a small job. So I'm not in desperate position to impose myself to be the leader. So if they vote against me, I will accept it and I will celebrate it. That yes, people have decided, their vote have spoken. That is what we are agitating, that let people come and exercise their right. Because once you vote, you have all the right to challenge whoever come on board. That yes, you are in that office because of my vote. So in an event you don't come and vote, you lack that that confidence to challenge anybody that emerge, because your vote has not counted either no or yes. So I would be happy if my dear comrades vote against me, that they don't want me to be that office. I will not take it as a fight. I will celebrate it. Yes.
But from look of this, I don't think it's possible. But okay, let's just leave it for let events actually dictate that. So far so good.
It's a pastor. I've already got my vote.
So far so good in the journey of leadership of the chapter. You know, what are the challenges you have faced personally, or what you are seeing as a challenge so far?
So the challenges, there are many in the sense that to lead an intellectuals, some they are above you in terms of qualification, some they are above you in terms of age, some are above you in terms of exposure. So to add all those factors, and looking at me that came from a village and I don't have that educational background very strong, to lead intellectuals is not an easy task. Secondly, whatever you do, even you are leading those that are not learning, it's very difficult. Because one time I was a secretary of National Youth Road Transport Workers from 1997 up to the time that I graduated from university. So I manage them, I know how
Mr. Chairman, sir.
I know how I manage them and compare the little period that I spent heading ASUP. It wasn't easy, it wasn't funny. Because we are dealing with intellectual with different minds, with different diversity, different opinion. Whatever you do, you cannot satisfy them. And to be a leader of that type of people, you have to have extra patience. You have to exercise extra patience in dealing with each and every situation. So it wasn't easy at all. We give glory to God. It is not our it is not our power, it is the power of God that's guiding our affairs. So I must give credit to the God. So it is not easy at all.
Okay. Having highlighted your challenges and the tactics you apply, you adopted to get things done, at least to keep ball rolling. You see, no one in this chapter can argue that you are, whether you have tried or not tried. You can see the evidence of what you have done. But on the aspect of the various struggles that envelop us, so far so good, because you are standing in between the comrade and the management of the overall institution. What are the challenges you always encounter when you are presenting our legitimate struggles in that regard?
The challenges, like I highlighted, there are many. But based on the experience that I had since from the welfare secretary up to time that I serve as a vice chairman, now I'm standing for the chairman. I'm contesting for another chance. Most of the problem we normally have, you know, the issue is it's been centered about money. I have offered myself to make sure that the welfare of my staff is taken care by the management. I have to relate because I'm intermediate between the comrades and the management. So I have to develop diplomacy in whatever I'm pursuing, and that is what used to help me. Whatever I do, I will do it with sincerity. I don't back anything that is not good. Good in the sense that I always stand by the truth. I stand by the reality of what is happening in the present days. So most of the success that I recorded, it was not through a crisis, through rising. No, I employed diplomacy in dealing with the success that I've recorded within the period I serve as the chairman. So there are some issues that is beyond the school. It's beyond the school. So we have to be telling the management there's a link, there must create synergy between the Polytechnic and the Abuja, not Abuja, with MBT, because some of our MBT being our regulatory body, Abuja where the finance budget, finance office, accountant general, and what of you. Because we cannot continue living in a hardship, saying we don't have money. You have to create way to get money so that the welfare of my staff will be taken care of. And that is what I always said. There was a time, I had a time with the rector. I told him that I will never leave, I will do everything to leave no stone unturned to make sure that the welfare of my staff is taken care of. Because the welfare of my staff is my major concern. My belief, if the welfare of my staff has been taken care of, everything will be at peace. But in a situation whereby the welfare of my staff is not taken care of, it's like an implementation for anarchy. Anarchy in the sense that people will not be happy. If people are not happy, the system will suffer. So if given the chance, I know I will continue building, and I will try to be digital, technologically in advance in tackling some of the problems, linking with the national zonal to make sure that things are done the way other chapters are enjoying.
That is very good. So, from what you have said now, I've already seen that honestly you are facing some challenges, but not minding. You are also developing energy again to solve all of them. Now, assuming after today's election you are declared a winner, looking at the fact that you replace somebody, Salami Masaudu, when he left, you now stood in his position. But this is the actual time you are assuming office as a chairman, because it can be perceived that you are continuing his project so far. So this is now that people are going to assess you in totality. Now, can you preemptively let people know, people you are going to lead, what are the angles you are going to make them to enjoy, as you said? What are the things you have already put in place, the strategies you have already adopted, looking at your past experience as a comrade or also an executive member of the ASUP. So what are the roadmaps you have articulated in this present time to make sure that all those issues that are overburdening us are taken care of?
Okay, first of all, let me say it straightforward that government is a continuity. And I was part of that government, and I have seen where we make progress. I have seen where we are lagging behind. So my focus will be on issues that we are not able to tackle it. I will hammer on that, and I will make sure that anything that belongs to my staff, like the issue of Conseil 15, is one of my top priorities. The issue of academic development is one of my top priorities. The welfare of my staff, more especially the challenges that we are having in our promotion, I will make sure that I will liaise with the management, do everything possible to make sure that the wrongdoings of previous years should not continue. We have to advise them on how to go about it in order to avoid the negative consequences on our staff. Because my belief, if the system is effective, then everyone will be effective. The staff, the students, they enjoy being in an academic environment. So, like right now we are undergoing a project in our secretariat. We'll continue. We'll make sure that within these 2 years that we will be serving the chapter, by God willing, we'll make sure that if we don't finish, we'll take it to 95% completion, apart from the project. There are some areas that, some decision that when I was the vice, was taking with a kind of peer, and as a chairman, I don't have that in my mind. I will stood and do what is needful. I cannot compromise once I believe the struggle that I'm pursuing is genuine and correct. I will not compromise the standard. Aluta should continue. Then I will make sure that whatever information from the council, from the NEC or zona, I will try to make it available to my members, because information is very, very vital to any successful organization. Because without information, you are lagging. Information is power. So I'll make sure that whatever I do, I will try to be transparent, even in terms of dealing with the money collected as a due for academic staff, monthly due. We'll make sure that we keep a clean financial record that will be transparent to each and everyone, so that my member will have confidence in my leadership. My member will have confidence in the quality of service that I will provide to them within my tenure in office.
Okay, Chairman, we are very grateful to have had this wonderful time with you.
Thank you.
As the program continues, possibly, hopefully, after the swearing in, we can also meet with you, also to know how the election went on your feelings, of which our comrades, especially those people who are in the diaspora, who are on the studies, they would like to have a clear view of what has all transpired today. So we might come your way again, maybe possibly after the election has been declared, and maybe after the swearing in program. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are very grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So here with me is a senior comrade, Jimo Otokiti. Jimo served the chapter at the capacity of the PRO. Though presently he is vying for the post of treasurer, he said no. And they started some reasonable job, and he can't afford to stay behind while the job proceeds. So he has the interest and the will to also serve the chapter. So here I meet Jimo. Jimo, please, and we will know you.
It's a pleasure speaking this morning. Jimo Otokiti. The digital revolution in the publicity section of ASUP we are seeing today is a brainchild of my humble self, because I could remember when I was starting, I promised members that I was going to digitalize ASUP, Kazaure chapter. And to my greatest joy, I can see we are moving from step to step, we are moving to glory. Today, it is a thing of joy. There's a camera right in front of you. I really appreciate this. I would say my prayer has always been for this chapter to move forward. My driving force that made me present myself again is that drive to see this chapter grow, to see this chapter being reckoned with when they say ASUP in Nigeria, our chapter will be called. Thank God, the little time I spent with them, I think that dream is being actualized, and here we are today.
Okay, just like Jimo has said, maybe after today he might be an emeritus. He may no longer be addressed as the PRO of the chapter. Maybe possibly, if luck is on his side, he might likely emerge as the chapter treasurer. So, Mr. Jimo, please, can you tell us what are the, what is your experience so far being the PRO of the chairman? Having traveled wide, been to several chapters programs, both here, zonal level and national level. So what is your observation so far?
I started, it's like a general publicity thing. The publicity was a little bit poor, but thank God it is gradually coming up. I say ASUP as a body has potentials, but the problem is that we tend to look down on ourselves. Look down on ourselves, we see ourselves as inferior, which is not.
47, 48.
All we need to do is just to have that belief, that drive, that yes, we can make it. All the other bodies that we hear of, all in the academic sectors that are excelling, if you really look at them, what do? They embrace publicity. Do it with passion. They create a publicity wing that is very vibrant, and today there is nowhere you will go that you will not hear them. But we are getting there, we are moving. It's a gradual process, because I always believe in life you can never run above your pace, but you can always go at your own pedestal and you will get to where you are going. So I would say, publicity wise, the body is coming up. At least by now you can listen to news and you will see them schooling and they will say ASUP. But before now it was not always like that. But now people are starting to get aware that ASUP exists and it's a very vibrant body. And let me bring it to our local chapter. Before now, in Kazaure, our chapter was more or less moribund. But when we came in, we've been able to bring it to that position that today positions are being struggled for. Let me use the word struggle. It might not be appropriate, but be vied for. You can see before now it was unopposed, but today we have more than 3 offices, going to 4, that people are wanting to contest for. So it shows that the interest is going, and this is a starting point. Thank you.
Okay, from the look of things, you are still in the race, though this time around you are going for the post of the treasurer. Maybe assuming at the end of the whole thing now you did not win. It happened that your opponent, Ishaq Hashim, won. Suleiman Akambi. Assuming now Suleiman Akambi take the position of the treasurer, how will you react to that?
To me, there is nothing to react to. It's congratulations. Because in every battle in life, there must be a winner and there must be a loser. Like my first principal will always say, a great man, Dr. Genege, he said, in an examination where there is no failure, you can't call that an examination. So, imperative, in an election where there is no winner or there is no loser, that is not an election, it's a selection. So since it's an election, it is expected one person must triumph. It is expected that the one that did not triumph should proceed and congratulate the winner, because that is only what will make the chapter stronger, because animosity will take nobody anywhere. It will rather bring the chapter down rather than taking the chapter to the next level, which is the dream of everybody that is here.
Okay? So you want to maintain that spirit of sportsmanship, a good sportsmanship, who will always share his opponent, hug him and said, continue, carry on the baton, we are all together. So Mr. Jimo, we are very grateful to have this wonderful time with you. Maybe sometime again we can also come your way. So, but all the same, we are very grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
I pray that you merge the PRO, because these are signs of better days ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.